Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monica Brant Show. I'm Monica, your host, and I am here co-hosting. Well, I'm not here, but Dylan's here co-hosting with me. Dylan Gemelli. How are you, Dylan?
I am good. Super excited for this interview, and just a pleasure to be here.
It is. So we have special guests here coming down from the Olympia University, one of the best educational pieces here for the Olympia here in Vegas. And we have Dr. Elizabeth Yurth with us. Welcome, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much for having me,
Or do you
Monica.
want me to call you doctor?
No, Elizabeth's fine.
Doctor.
Elizabeth's fine.
Well, Elizabeth, can you share with us and our audience a little bit about your backgrounds?
Yeah, actually, my background's right now I own a clinic called Boulder Longevity Institute. So we are a very progressive clinic. We see patients from around the world. We deal with hormone therapies, peptide therapies, kind of trying to keep people healthy and young for as long as possible. But my background actually came from orthopedics. So I do a lot of regenerative orthopedic therapies as well. So basically, our goal is to keep people functioning, healthy, happy, all their joints moving, so they can still be climbing mountains and skiing and doing all the things they want to do at 120.
Jumping off high buildings and, right?
Exactly.
I love it.
So,
Dylan, I mean, you guys are getting ready to go talk
Yes,
about
okay,
peptides
so
and longevity and
I've been
biohacking.
looking forward to talking to you. Last year, I got the opportunity to come here, and I was listening to you, and so I got drawn to you immediately because my whole, well, everything that I've done from the beginning of when I started was TRT, peptides, SARMs, before people knew about it.
Right.
So I wanted to talk to you. I want to know first, what brought you into that? Because everybody's got a different reasoning for looking for biohacking and alternative therapies. What drew you to it personally?
I think coming from orthopedics, right, that's not where, orthopedics are you break something, you fix it.
Yes.
And I sort of realized I never really got anybody better. My own self. I've had 4 ACL tears. I've torn my rotator cuff. And you realize it kind of patch people back together, but they never really get back to where they were.
Right.
And then they end up down the road with arthritis, and then you replace their joint. And so I started about 20 years ago going, geez, am I really not making anybody truly better? And I started exploring, well, maybe if I use nutrition and hormones and things like that, I could actually heal people so they actually get back full function. And so I started exploring that a little bit, and it didn't really work well to do that in my 15-minute orthopedic visits.
Right.
Because you really, don't have time to teach people about hormone therapy and why that you need hormones to heal and why you need peptides to heal.
Right.
So I opened Boulder Longevity Institute 17 years ago, where we actually now, and I wore both hats. I do orthopedics by day, and then I bring the people over there and actually make them better at night. And that's really my route. That sound was personally selfish. As I said, I've had 4 ACL tears.
Yes.
I tore my rotator cuff last year lifting. And you realize, geez, I gotta be able to get back, or I'm just gonna end up a decrepit little old person.
Right. Well, a lot of the things, like you said, it's like a Band-Aid to a wound.
Exactly.
And you're only masking an injury and never getting better.
Exactly.
So that's why something like BPC 157,
Right.
TB 500, those are, and what I'm assuming you get your people understanding is those really actually heal you.
Right.
Right.
And I think what people forget is these are things our body makes.
Yes.
Our body
Yes.
makes body protective compound. Our body makes thymus and beta 4. So these are not some weird magical thing. They're things that's how our body repairs.
Yeah.
The problem is, as we age, we have a lot less. So your gut makes BPC. So you have an injury, your gut makes BPC, but when I'm 60, I don't have as much.
Right.
I don't have
exactly.
a thymus gland anymore, so I don't make the thymic peptides anymore. So if
Yeah.
I can put those back in, I'm going to heal like I did when I was 18 instead
Wow.
of 60, right?
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
So it's and people think, oh, there's some weird substance. They're not.
No.
There's
no.
something your body makes.
Right. 100%.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's so exciting. And this is what you're going to be talking on, I guess, up at the university,
yeah.
right?
University,
At the
yeah.
Olympia University?
Yep, we got at the 1 o'clock one. We're doing peptides
Okay, the
talk.
peptide
Yeah, but
therapies, yeah.
today we're doing injury prevention, right? So
Exactly, which kind
it
of
all
overlaps.
ties
right?
in together.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
So, Elizabeth, you're here at the 60th anniversary of the Olympia, Mr. Olympia. How do you feel about it being the 60th, and how many times have you been here? Do you have any good memories you want to share from this event?
So I've been coming to Olympia for about the past 4 years. We've had Olympia University, I think the past 3 years
Yep.
we've been doing it. We're doing Arnold before that. I love it. I wish the Olympia University got a little bit more attention because I think to put a little more education into this is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right that I first learned, when I first got 20 years ago, started getting into this, I learned from the bodybuilders.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
I learned from the bodybuilder. You guys had it, you had to nail it down, and in medicine, we didn't know anything about this. So I was like, how do I learn about hormones? I actually went to the bodybuilders and learned. But
Gotta
to
go to
bring
the
it
source.
together now, right,
Yeah.
where we can actually bring the education side together with the bodybuilding side and kind of merge that is really cool.
Well, it is because, I'm 53 now, and for all of my career in this sport, which has been almost 30 years now, there was a lot of years that I never heard anything about HRT. Like, it was kind of taboo to talk about it, and I mean, I'm growing up in the sport, I didn't necessarily need it, right, until now.
Yeah.
But it's awesome because now I'm seeing the bodybuilding world and the HRT
Right,
and the
merge
biohacking
together.
and everything's kind of blending
Right.
so much better, and people are understanding. It's not so, don't talk about that.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
like,
bring it to the
okay,
forefront
we're
and
not
do it-
talking about
and-
a steroid in that sense. We're talking about something that's going to help with aging, which we're all aging.
Exactly.
Right? Like, we need to know about this. We need to understand it. And so it's great to have the education piece, and I do
And
hope
do it
that
safely, right?
Yes.
That
Yes.
this is a sensible, safe way to do
Right.
things.
Right.
You know?
Why do you think, I have my own opinion, but why do you think there's such a stigma around peptide use or SARMs use or things like that, alternative medicines and biohacking? Why is it looked at, I mean, obviously it's going against the big pharma recommendations and
Right.
putting everybody on ibuprofen all day and anything else
Fine,
that can
right.
hurt you.
All the other drugs are fine. Yeah, I think that unfortunately there's a misunderstanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
That these are mostly endogenous things that we make, that our body makes ourselves, and that they're extremely safe, much safer than almost any drug that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
So I think unfortunately there's the vocal piece, the doctors who don't really want. I mean, doctors have very little incentive to get you better.
Right.
Right.
Of course.
In fact, I make a lot more money if I just keep sticking steroid in your knee until I have to replace it.
Yes.
So there's very little incentive for them to learn anything about this. So it becomes in this world that's not accepted, right? This more bodybuilder world, and then you have the social media tags on and says, "Oh my God, these people are doing these horrible things. They're not approved." And that puts this fear of everybody, and now we become this taboo substance, as opposed to these totally safe, really nice ways of healing people. I mean, it kills me that, like, in my professional athletes, I can't use any peptide therapies.
I know.
They're not.
I know.
They're not performance-enhancing drugs.
No, they're not.
They are healing drugs, and I can't use them. They're all banned by WADA, and it's idiotic.
It is. I
Yeah.
agree 100. I could go on for a
Yeah.
year all day
yeah.
with this.
I was running in the USATF Masters division in my 40s with sprinting, and I remember they were like, no, you can't even do hormone replacement.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
No. Right.
So it's not
That's
like,
not right.
I mean, that makes sense. So I have to, because I'm going to go run at this race, I've got to stop my
Right.
hormones just
Right.
because, but
So you have to age badly now because you want to run in a race.
Yeah, it's like,
And
but
and we're just replacing these hormones to a level that would make you.
and I guess
healthy.
I get it. It's like some, people will end up taking advantage of those things too. So, and it's then the unknown. A lot of people are unknown because peptides are still kind of moving up in the world. There's not a whole lot of information that's.
Right, there's
I
not
know
a
there's a lot of
data.
there's a lot of people
more
guessing
and more
too.
and more that come out constantly.
Right.
I mean, even when I started, it was like 2011. It was ipamarelin, CJC 1290, and the list was very short.
Right,
THR,
very small, right.
THR, and H's, and then it's
Right.
just like.
And now it's
whoa,
grown.
What happened?
Right, and that's
Yeah.
It's a lot.
so much you can do with them. That's
Yes.
what's so cool. There's so much we can do. I can eliminate almost every medication I would use on people using much safer peptide
Oh
alternatives.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, you guys are getting ready to go up and give a good lecture up at the university.
Yes.
So I know we could probably sit here and enjoy visiting with you
All day.
and learning so much from you. But I love what you're doing. Did you say you're in Colorado?
Boulder, Colorado.
Boulder, Colorado. Okay, so you guys up in Colorado, make sure you go find her.
Yes.
And then your Instagram is
At Dr. Yurth.
at
Or
Dr.
at Boulder
Yurth. That's
Longevity
easy.
Institute.
That's easy. Well, if I get up to
Yes.
Boulder, I'm going to have to come see you.
Check, you
And
check
I have
her
to-
reviews online. They're tremendous
I
for the
love it.
clinic. Just tremendous
Well,
feedback.
and you're obviously walking, you're talking, your walk is the same because you look incredible. You're in great condition. I don't like to just say shape because I think there's a shape, and there's a condition. So
Yes.
your shape is pretty and your conditioning is very nice.
Thank you.
So it's awesome
you,
to
guys.
see, because I mean, a lot of people like to teach stuff, but then they don't keep it up themselves, right?
You've got to practice it, right?
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you here on the show.
Yes.
Dylan,
Thank you.
anything
Thank
else
you,
you want to,
I'm
before
just
we got to
looking
let her
forward to
go?
talking with you
All right.
the rest of the time, and it's just been a pleasure talking to you here, as you can tell.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank you, Monica.
Elizabeth Yurth, for coming in, and you guys tune in for more here in the Monica Brant Show. We'll see you soon.
StemRegen is professionally formulated for athletes for enhanced recovery, improved microcirculation, and smart cellular signaling. I attribute being an athlete to all of the years of this incredible journey I've had in the health and fitness industry. I'm Monica Brant, 30-year health educator and encourager. Having added StemRegen into my program for the last year, I've been able to maintain the level of intense exercise that I demand on myself. Thanks to StemRegen, I am unleashing my regenerative potential.